Thank you all for being here. Once upon a time, there was a little engine. Her name was Choo Choo. She was a beautiful little engine, all black and shiny. Choo Choo had a whistle which went ooh, ooh when she came to the crossing. Choo Choo had a bell which went ding dong when she came to the station. And a brake which went shoo when it stopped. Choo Choo had an engineer. His name was Jim. Jim loved the little engine and took good care of her. He would shine and polish her till she looked like new and oil all the parts so they could run smoothly. Choo Choo had a fireman. His name was Ole. Ole fed the little engine coal and water. The tender carried coal and water.
So there was a fireman.
And Archibald was the conductor that rode in the coaches. He took the tickets from the passengers. Archibald had a big watch and he told the little engine when to start. Choo Choo pulled all the coaches full of people, the baggage car full of mail, and the baggage and the tender from the little station in the little town to the big station in the big city. Choo Choo went through fields and across the highway where the gates were down. Choo Choo stopped at the little stations along the way to pick up the passengers and the baggage and the mail to take to the big city. Ding dong, and she's off again through tunnels and over the hills. And into the big station in the big city. One day, Choo Choo said, I'm sick and tired of pulling all of these heavy coaches. I could go much faster and easier by myself. And all the people would stop and look at me, just me. And they would say, what a smart little engine, what a fast little engine, what a beautiful little engine. Well, watch her go by herself. So the next day, Choo Choo was left alone on the tracks when Jim and Ole and Archibald were having a cup of coffee in the restaurant. Now's my chance, she said. And off she started. Choo, 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 choo. Look, ooh, stop everyone, look everyone, stop, look and listen. It's me. I'm racing through the fields and she frightened all the cows and the horses and the chickens. Choo Choo frightened all the people and some clambered up the steeple. Choo choo, choo choo, choo choo, choo choo. Choo Choo whizzed by the crossings and all the automobiles and trucks had to put on their brakes so quickly they piled on top of one another. Boy, they were mad at Choo Choo. Over the hills went the little engine, faster and faster. She couldn't stop now if she wanted to. The driver was up and she leaped and she just made it. Then she lost the tender. Fortunately, it fell into a coal barge that was passing under the drawbridge. Choo Choo raced on into the big yard, into the big city. Swish, swish went the air brakes on the express trains. Poor Choo Choo didn't know which way to turn. There's a track, a freight track that ran around the city. Choo Choo took it and escaped. On and on it went. Choo Choo went out of the city, through the suburbs, into the country. It's getting dark. She lost her way. She didn't have much coal or water left. She lost her tender. And finally she came to where the tracks divided. One track went one way, and the other track went the other way. She didn't know which track to take, so she took the track that went the other way. It was an old track that hadn't been used for years. Bushes and weeds had grown up between the ties. The trees had spread their branches over it. It was uphill and almost dark, and this is how the poor little engine went. Choo, 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 choo. And then she sat. In the meantime, when Jim and Ole and Archibald heard the little engine go by, they jumped up and ran after him. Jim called, stop, stop, but Choo Choo was too far away for her to hear. So Jim and Ole and Archibald ran and ran until they could run no more. And just then a streamliner train came around the corner behind them. Jim took out his red handkerchief and the streamliner took, and Jim called to the streamliner engineer, help me catch my runaway engine. What about my schedule, said the engineer. Never mind your schedule, said Jim. I must find Choo Choo. So he climbed in, and Ole and Archibald followed, and they took the controls, and zoom, they went off. It was easy to see which way Choo Choo had gone. all the cows and horses and chickens pointed with their tails and heads. The people at the crossing cried out, "She went that way, bring her back, bring her back. Oh, hurry, hurry, catch that little engine, that naughty runaway engine, before she does any more harm." Well, waiting for the drawbridge to open, Ole cried out, "Look, there's the tender from the coal barge." Jim said, "Ole and Archibald, you stay here and get the tender up. I'll go and find Choo Choo." Archibald telephoned for the train derrick. When he came, it didn't take long to get the tender back on the tracks. They all went on to the yard by the big station to wait for Choo Choo. At last they came to a place where the tracks divided. They didn't know which way to go. While they were deciding, an old man who used to be an engineer said, "If you're looking for a runaway engine, she's right up that track there, and she won't be far because it's an old track that hasn't been used for well nigh 40 years. Oops. They turned on the big light and they went slowly up the big track. They didn't go far before they saw the little engine. Choo Choo was so glad to be found, said she blew one little toot with her whistle. There was just enough steam left for one small toot, and Jim took the big chain and ran to the little engine and hooked it on. Oop. The streamliner backed down the old track, pulling Choo Choo back to the main track and back through the big city and back to the train yard where the Ole and Archibald were waiting. They attached to the tender and ran Choo Choo into the roundhouse and looked around to see if any damage had been done. Except for being a little dusty, she was tired. She was as good as ever. Jim and Ole and Archibald were so glad they danced together. On the way home, Choo Choo said to Jim, "I'm not going to run away anymore. It isn't much fun. I'm going to go and pull all the coaches full of people and the buggy car from the little town to the big city and back again." Amen.